listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
We are ahead of schedule. How about that? 9:19, a little bit of change on a Friday morning. You know, I always like to talk to new people and learn about new things, and Whispering Woods is really cool. I was on your website last night, Margaret. By the way, how are we doing this morning?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Well, I was on your website last night, and I thought, how cool is this to have this an event and space and retreat space right here in Godfrey, but also a great way to explore it is coming up in a few weeks. How's everything going for Halloween fun?
Well, we're getting lots of sign-ups, so I'm very excited about it. It's the first time we've done an event that was not like a crafting or a sewing event, so I'm pretty excited about this.
So take me through the start of Whispering Woods, because we only had about 30 seconds to chat before we came back on, but just hearing how you started, take me through that and how the refresh after COVID kind of took off too.
Right. So we started in 2019, and we were able to have one event, and then COVID came, and we had to cancel everything in 2020, which was fine. And then we rebooted kind of in 2021, and we're advertised on Airbnb, but we're not an Airbnb. We're a traditional B&B. So my husband and I live in the house, and by the laws in Godfrey, someone needs to be in the house every night when we have guests there, which is great. Since we live there, we don't have to go anywhere. So then like I said, we have just a regular B&B where you can rent out one room or two rooms, or we have 5 rooms that we rent out. We've got space for activities. I've got a lot of sewing equipment, and that's really how I got into it. Was a lot of people wanted to come over and learn sewing and quilting and cutting machines. So yeah, we're doing all that good kind of stuff.
Well, and what a beautiful space. I mean, really it's really beautiful. The deck, I love it. I could just, do you guys do long term?
No.
Well, take me through your retreat aspect of this, because I love this idea. You know, whenever you can have a space where people can come and reflect and rejuvenate and just feel better, I think that's awesome.
Yes. So you can do as many nights as you want. You bring your own group of people.
Okay.
And so I've got a group coming, not this weekend, but next weekend, and there's 6 ladies, and they're bringing their sewing machines. And I set up the workroom so they all have an individual table, and they'll enjoy the upper deck and the lower deck. And I'll serve a great breakfast every morning. I get up early to do that.
I feel like if you're a B&B, you have to have a great breakfast. Otherwise, it's not going to last long. You got to be a good breakfast maker. What's your go-to?
Well, we have some signature dishes. Ooh. Most people like the buffet style, and they like smaller things instead of big, heavy breakfasts.
Yeah.
So we usually do. I have a signature parfait, which is, they call it overnight oats now, but I've been doing it for many, many years. And then I've got a wonderful chocolate banana delight, which is like eating dessert for breakfast.
I'm about to say I'm in.
So yeah, lots of good food.
Well, it just seems like just a beautiful spot right here in rural Godfrey, which is maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes from the Riverbender building.
Yes.
And as you're doing this, as you're starting the retreat and you're doing this journey, take me through the last year or two after COVID. You're getting ready to picking your feet back up, putting them back on the ground. How did it start? Was it a pretty quick start?
It was. It was to get larger groups to do it. So people heard about me by word of mouth for the larger groups, the retreats type of things. But if you want to rent one room for a couple nights, that's been a little bit slower to pick up because nobody really knows about us. So we've taken the aspect of the B&B and the retreat center and adding the event center.
That's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, you guys are really figuring it out quick, and I love it because it tackles so many needs of folks, especially that just one person that maybe just is getting kind of cabin fever in their own house and maybe feeling a little bit disinjected. Heck, I'd go over to Whispering Woods for a nice rejuvenating week and we're good to go,
Well, and it is a beautiful place.
Yes,
We're on
is.
5 acres. And we've got an in-ground pool in the back. We've got a deck that's maybe 60 feet on the upper level, and then on the lower level, the same level as the pool, we've got another deck that's about 60 feet on the back. And it's just gorgeous. It's very serene, lots of areas to sit and relax, beautiful landscaping. So I am blessed to think that I get to live in that house every day. And everybody who comes has always had the best praises.
I'm in the photo gallery, and I'm telling you guys, if you go over to WhisperingWoods.com and you click on that photo gallery, you'll be there for a little bit, just mesmerized. Your house at Christmas, that house at Christmas, beautiful.
I'm going to jump in. It's WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com.
Oh, okay. WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com. My apologies on that. But it's a beautiful spot on the holidays. I mean, this is gorgeous.
It is. We have Christmas trees in every bedroom. So we set up a total of about 30 trees throughout the house, which is kind of crazy. It takes us a long time to do, but we've got it down to a science now. So Christmas is my favorite holiday. It's also my birthday, so we celebrate extra big. Yes.
Now, I got a question. I've always been curious.
Okay.
Did you get extra presents on that day?
You know what? Everybody says, did you get less? So this is the first time I've been asked if I got more, and I got just the right amount.
Good answer.
So I never felt cheated. I never felt like the center of attention either. You know, just the birthday girl for a little bit, but Christmas. So I was very
cool.
lucky.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I've always been fascinated by that too.
Yeah.
Well, going back over to this, on the 12th through the 14th, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, not next week, but the following week, you can have Halloween fun at Whispering Woods B&B Retreat and Event Center. Rain or shine, how about that?
There you go.
So fill me in on the details of all this event.
Well, I'm having so much fun planning this. So my degree is in child development. So I love kids. So I thought, well, I'm going to try a child's event. And so this is geared for kids ages 2 through 10, and it's group activities. So there'll be individual activities when you get there, and you can play with them until the group activity starts. And our first group activity is to go find a pumpkin. I bought tons of pumpkins. So you'll go find your pumpkin, and you'll carry it back to the painting station, and then the kids will get to paint their pumpkin. Then when they're finished, we will go back out to the area where the activities take place, and they're going to do a little scavenger hunt. Then after that, they'll come back and they'll decorate cookies, and then they're going to do an old-fashioned game that you're probably too young to know, but you put your hands behind your back and you eat a donut off a string, and it's just pretty fun. My kids did it when they were little. And then we're going to end up with a story time. So I'm so excited about it. We got lots of snacks and drinks for everybody. Should be fun.
And I'm seeing some cookie decorating too on
Yes, they are. I've been practicing, making sure I have everything ready for them. And yeah, there'll be Halloween cookies that the kids get to decorate.
That's so cool. And I mean, this is what I love is talking to folks that are so passionate about what they do, because I've been in media for 6 years, and a lot of times it's like, well, we're doing this and this and this. But when you're pouring your passion into this and you can see it just coming to life, I love it. And now, how long does it take to put this together?
A long time. A long time, but I have lots of help and lots of support. So it's just going to be great. We've got lots of people who will work with the kids. It's a very small group. So we're only going to have maybe 12 kids per event. And they do need to be accompanied by a parent, because we need to make sure they're safe. So it'll be a small event, and we've got lots of people to work with your kids, and we're really excited.
So now, is our ticket still available?
Tickets are still available, and we have a discount code going on for early registration. The discount code is capital B, capital O, exclamation point.
Boo! Oh.
There you go. With an exclamation point. Yes.
That's awesome. And so when does that promo code run out?
It will run out the Wednesday, probably Tuesday before the event starts.
Perfect. So by the time, if you guys aren't watching this live, you're watching it on demand, you still have the weekend to purchase the ticket with that discount code. And I really love this. You have a moment to stick around? I got to pay a bill.
I do.
At 9:28, we'll take a quick break on this 29th day of September. Your Friday morning on our daily show continues after this.
Here at Modified Auto Sound, we are an automotive customizing shop that specializes in car audio, window tinting, and other truck and Jeep accessories. So as an interested customer, we always recommend that you just stop in the shop. Check us out at 241 Eastgate Plaza, right off of Route 3 in East Alton, Illinois. At Modified Auto Sound, there's no such thing as strangers, just friends we haven't met.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you. For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
9:30 on the dot. Our conversation with Margaret and Whispering Woods continuing. WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com to follow along at home. And I mean, this Halloween event is just so cool because it showcases all the aspects of the venue.
Yes.
And when you're doing this and when you're laying it out, how important is it for you to make sure that you have activities that, you know, you go, are these going to be actually fun? Are you a little nervous when the kids start doing it? Because I always get nervous because I'm a coach. And when I go to practice, young kids are pretty honest, you know, and I'm like, oh, man, what if I get here and they go, not for us today? With all your experience in this, is it just pretty natural for you to find these activities that are going to, you know, really do well for the kids?
Well, I think I'm pretty good at it. Like I said, my degree is in child development. I've got great nieces and nephews. I worked at child care facilities for years and years. And I know that the child's attention span is pretty short. So our activities are short, but they're very active.
Yeah.
So painting the pumpkin, if you're 2 years old, you may just go like this and be done. And that's fine because there's other activities for you to do. Now, if you're 10 years old, you may be making a masterpiece out of your pumpkin. And that's fine too. So they're geared for all ages and for the children to be able to make the decision on how much they want to do.
It's the critical thinking component too. I love it. And what I think too is with this event, it seems to me like for $15, your child's going to have a lot of activity in that time frame. And how long does it last each day?
It's just 2 hours. So from 4:30 to 6:30 on Thursday and Friday, and from 10 to 12 on Saturday, and 1 to 3 on Saturday. So that gives us an hour to clear out the parking and bring the parking back in.
Really cool.
So,
well, and then, folks, if you maybe are a little bit busier next weekend, I'm loving what you have coming down the pipeline. Chocolate class, I'll take it. Chocolate candy making class. Fill me in on this.
I started making chocolate a couple of years ago, and I just fell in love with it. And so I've taken classes, and I've done all the YouTube videos. And last Christmas, my family and I made 18-inch Santas that were chocolate.
No way.
Yes.
How long does that take?
Well, you melt all the chocolate in the special machine, and then you have to put it in the mold, and you have to rotate it around. It takes a little while. And then at Easter, we did the big bunnies, and then we did a whole whole charcuterie tray of other chocolates that went with it.
Can
it was
I go to
really
your
cool.
house?
Yeah, we have a lot of chocolate there, so it's a lot of fun. And then we also, while we're doing that, we're also going to be adding more classes and more times to that. We currently have one up right now.
This is so cool. And I mean, talk about a perfect venue to really just go and have some fun and learn something new, because chocolate making is a little bit more difficult than people realize, I think.
It is, and I have to do it in the winter, fall and winter, because it gets too hot.
Yeah.
Even though I keep my house at a cool temperature, you have to have the right humidity and the right temperature. So yeah, they can only be offered at certain times in my particular venue.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on the December 9th day, look at this, cookies and cocoa with Santa. You got him to stop by.
We do have him stopping by, and it will be another small venue. We won't have a lot of kids. They'll get individual time from Santa. The cost will include a gift from Santa.
Wow.
So he'll be handing out gifts that have your child's name on the package and everything. So that's what's great about the small venues. It's not like you're going to something and everybody gets a candy cane from Santa. No, this is going to be more personal.
Well, and that's what I think is needed too, because sometimes it's cool to do the, get in the line and you're waiting a little bit, but to have that moment and really make a day out of it is really cool.
Yeah, and we figured 2 hours was a good time because you're going to have to get your child ready, get in the car, drive. So that's, 30 minutes to an hour, depending upon where you're coming from. And then after the event, the same. So we figure it really is about a half a day event for you to do.
And absolutely, if it was me when I was a kid, it took me longer than 2 hours to get out of that door. I can do it. Well, and then I wanted to ask you about this, if it's okay, this 3-day quilt path retreat. Now, this is really cool. Take me through this, because this seems like you're, this is your wheelhouse.
It is. So I have a long arm machine, a long arm quilting machine, where you put the whole quilt top on. It's 14 feet long, and then you on the frame, and you put it on, and it's all computerized. Sewing is all computerized these days. And I have a teacher coming in from, I don't remember if it's Texas or California. Sometimes I have a teacher from California come in. I think this one is from Texas. It's a 3-day retreat. You bring your little Surface Pro, and you work on all the computerized aspects of how to quilt with your quilt machine.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I didn't realize it was all computerized now. I had no idea.
it is. Well, you can still do it free motion, but most everything is computerized, and I love the techie stuff.
Do you?
So yeah, so all my sewing machines are also computerized and do the embroidery, and it's just a lot of fun. I help people make t-shirt quilts. I've had people come and take classes for beginner sewing. So it's
wow. Well, can people reach out and ask you questions about this and say, hey, could I stop by, or do you offer something? Like, what's the best way to do that?
Go to whisperingwoodsgodfrey.com and click on the contact, and I will get an email, and I will get back to you. I think my phone number is probably on there also, so you could feel free to reach out through the phone. If it's not there, I'll have my assistant get it up there today, and I know it should be on there because that's how I take reservations.
Yeah,
so yeah,
absolutely.
So
well, and I just, like I said, there's so many things to discover, over at Whispering Woods, and really fun things to do. It's not the run-of-the-mill event. It's something that's personal. You can actually feel like you're involved in it. You're gonna remember it once it's done.
Absolutely. And that's it. It is very personal. I want you to have the best experience possible. So I'm going to give you my whole heart and soul. And like I said, everybody has always just been so pleased. Lots of people have been repeat customers. We've done a celebration of life there.
Oh, yeah.
I have a party that's booked to do their wedding party's going to stay there the night before the wedding. We have birthday parties there, and it's not all listed on the website.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gradually expanding, so I've been feeling these things out. But if you're interested in anything, call me, even if it's not listed on the website, because we can do it. I just don't have it all out there yet.
Well, and I think it's so cool to hear you say that, because you're taking it day by day and seeing how you can grow and evolve the right way, and it's working. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, you hate to put something out there and say we can do this, this, and this, and never have tried it. That's not fair to the customer.
No.
So we need to build up and make sure we've got all the kinks worked out.
Absolutely. Now, I got to ask you, after your career in child development and going to college, did you ever think you would find yourself at an Airbnb and retreat?
No. yeah, my degree led there, and then I got into the sewing world, and that led me to traveling literally across the world teaching sewing. I've been to Sweden, I've been to Australia.
No way!
Yeah, so I traveled teaching sewing for years and years. I would travel about 120 days a year teaching sewing classes at dealer stores and just all over.
I buried the headline. You are, I mean, this is awesome.
So
I love doing this show. I just love doing this show because there's so many people like yourself in this community that have so much knowledge and have done so many cool things. And then for you to bring this back to us is awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. And then, you know, a lot of people got into classes online with COVID, but I've been doing online classes for sewing since 2007 is when I started doing webinars and sewing classes online.
How did it evolve? I got to ask you.
Well, I had never even been on a conference call, and somebody said, hey, you should do this because you can reach more people. When I traveled, I would get, if it was a small store, maybe 10 people. If it was a large event, 500 people. But when you're online, you can reach thousands at a time. So I filmed my first class with somebody, and it's really poor quality, but it's great information.
Yeah.
And so I just kept going and going and going and going.
This is so cool. I just love this conversation. Hey, I already kept you for 30 minutes. I'm sorry about that. Hey, let's talk about Halloween fun real quick because I could talk to you all day long. Halloween fun is slated Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, not next week, but the following, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. You purchase your ticket before. Look at this. I don't know if it's because you're on here, but I think we gained viewers.
All right.
We were at 59. Now we're at 84 on this little page right here. There we go.
Yeah,
Keep buying. Please, get them.
Thank you to everybody. So, yeah, it really is going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, I love doing these things. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't do them. So when you come, you can expect a great time, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure you get that.
Whether or not it's from the snacks and games, the pumpkin painting, the cookie decorating, and more. I love this. Now, it's recommended ages 2 to 10. Mm-hmm. And those children just be accompanied by an adult to make sure they're safe, correct?
Correct. So you don't have to have one adult per child.
Okay.
You can have one child and one adult and 4 kids. That's fine. But just somebody to watch over your particular group of kids.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Just like if we're going out to the field trip to the zoo, we want to make sure we have a chaperone just to make sure that we can keep eyes out
it's
there.
It's all about safety.
Absolutely. And now give me those times again for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just so our audience knows.
Okay, Thursday, 4:30 to 6:30. And I originally was going to do it later, but I didn't want it to be too dark for the kids. So sunset is at 6:30, so we still have light. So Thursday and Friday, 4:30 to 6:30, and then Saturday is 10 till noon, and then 1 to 3.
I like that you're doing 2 on Saturday. I think that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
I am too, and I know that all of you are as well. I am really excited to be talking about Halloween fun at WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com. That's where you can follow along, RSVP. Yes. Is there anything else I'm forgetting?
I think that's it.
Wow, there you go. Hey, 30 minutes later, and we got it all done. Margaret, I really just think this is so cool, and I wish you nothing but the best as you keep growing and evolving. I can see this being a really cool spot. It already is, but what you're going to add on to it with your passion, it's going to be awesome.
Great. Thank you so much.
We will see you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 12th through the 14th. Get your discounted ticket prices now. Kids are $15, adults for $5, but if you put in promo code BOO! How about that? Save $5.
Yeah, off your adult and your child. So adults are basically free now, and your children are only $10.
That is so cool. I keep burying headlines. I'm telling you what. WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com. That's WhisperingWoodsGodfrey.com. We're talking Halloween fun. Margaret, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, CJ.
We'll take a quick break, 9:42 on this Friday in the heart of the Riverbend. We'll come back, wrap up the 9 o'clock hour that was after this.